A very warm welcome to Jaipur Marketers session. So today's session will be a little bit different.
We are going to look at today to put more focus on networking. You guys all set? You have your coffees, cookies? Let's do this. Let's do some networking, okay? We started Tech Brews for 3 key objectives in mind. We wanted to spread the awareness and knowledge of technology consulting, okay? The second objective we had in mind was, while you are processing all the consulting information, we wanted you to be caffeinated, right? That's where we don't serve you lunch or dinner or snacks. All we serve you is coffee. And since it was summer, it was cold coffee. Probably now we are getting into winter. We'll shift to the hot coffee. The third objective of this initiative was networking, right? So we are going to look at today the absence of Sumit as an opportunity to put more focus on networking. So we are going to have 2 chit chat sessions here, okay? So that's how we are going to approach today's session. Sounds good? Okay, so with that, I will now hand it over to Shobhit. Shobhit works with me, and he and Sumit came across this business use case couple of months ago. So I requested Shobhit to come over today and give us a high-level overview of what this business case is going to be about. So Shobhit, over to you.
Thank you, Anil. Hello, everyone. Good morning. So the business use case that we are going to talk about today is cross-cloud use case for partners. So we are going to talk about a fictitious company, which is a financial services company and sells retirement plans, life insurance plans, and employee benefits amongst other services. So they sell different products to their own employees as well as to the B2B customers, B2C customers. So if we talk about their operating model or business model, there are multiple business model basis the products that they sell. But today we are going to specifically talk about the individual retirement plans that they sell. Okay, so let's do a bit of whiteboarding to just understand what personas are there and how they operate this model. Okay, so the first persona that comes into picture is marketing team. The second persona is sales enablement. The other persona is wholesaler, which is their sales team. And finally, the financial advisors, which are their customers, but they will be selling it to end customers. So what marketing team does is create content like emails, content like thought leadership articles. These thought leadership articles are to be used and sent across by these sales team to their financial advisors. Now, what is the missing piece in this? The missing piece is this information is not getting linked anywhere to the sales team, and this piece is not getting linked with the financial advisors anywhere. So this piece, everything is at a different place. The content is in silos. The wholesaler team, which is onboarding financial advisors, is not aware of any of this data, and let alone it getting related to the campaigns. Now, once the financial advisors are enrolled in the campaigns, they are not aware of what is their preference, what are their interests. So nothing of it is getting linked. So this is the major challenge that they were facing. And the other challenge was every piece of it was in silos. So some of it was getting stored in third-party places, and some of it was in their own systems but at different places. Then they wanted to do the personalized messaging. Personalized messaging they were not able to do because they didn't have data at a place and stitched together. Then they wanted to analyze the performance, getting the data analytics. Similarly, for the wholesalers, what they wanted to do is enroll more advisors based on their preference, their interest. They wanted the messaging which they send to their financial advisors to be more personalized. Because they maintain a relationship with their advisors, they wanted it to be more personalized instead of it being a generic messaging going to all the advisors. So if they are sending messaging to their advisor 1, advisor 2, they wanted it to be different and specific. Similarly, for the leadership team, it was that they wanted to analyze the data, they wanted to generate the analytics, they wanted to see what performance was coming in from different campaigns. So the solution which we proposed was this. So what we told them was that we would turn this campaign into a turnkey package. What are turnkey package? Turnkey packages are a package where every data or asset is stored at one place, which the wholesalers can utilize, and they do not need to do anything. They just need to enroll these advisors into these campaign, and everything would be done by the system. So their key challenges were resolved here. The data which was lying in different places, it came together. Wholesalers got more time at their hand because the process got automated, nothing was manual. So they got more time to build that relationship with their advisor. And the other thing that helped build this relationship was personalized messaging. So these 3 key challenges, we propose that we will build this turnkey packages in campaigns. Okay. So this was the key challenge. We won't go into solutioning how we did it, what were the clouds, how we mapped these, but from the initial debrief by the leadership team from this fictitious company to coming up to a one-liner solution, which is just a high-level solution but not going deep into it, is technical consulting in our world.
Okay, so just so that you have a better understanding, because we are going to ask 10 questions, remember, towards the end of this session around this business use case. Let's try to recap this. Just like Shobhit did it for his customer, let's try to do it for ourselves. Okay, first thing first, what kind of company is this? Financial services. Okay, so it sells retirement plans, it sells life insurance, it sells employee benefits, and it sells financial planning and advice. So you guys get the gist. So customer is a financial company, insurance happens to be one of their services, right? And then they sell their products and services in 2 ways. What are those? One is, right, retail. What does it mean? You as an individual customer can go to their website or go to their app and then buy life insurance for yourself or buy retirement plan for yourself. So that's where the retail business, the D2C business, okay? And this company also does B2B business. It goes to other companies and says, hey, why don't you buy employee benefits plan for your employees from me? Why don't you buy group life insurance? Why don't you buy group retirement plans? So this company operates both in B2C/D2C and B2B, right? And then retail and wholesale. Wholesale as a group, you can buy those services. So now this company is getting registered in your mind. Okay, so this is your customer profile. So now you know enough about your customer, right? Okay, so let's recap further. When Shobhit and Sumit and others had their first meeting with the customer, whose profile now you know, this is what they told them. This was the first briefing call with the customer. Okay, they said these are the objectives or challenges that they are facing as of today or they would like to accomplish for their business. This is all they got. This is how customer communicates with you at the initial level. Okay, and after that lot of thing happens. We call that at a very high level a technology consulting stuff. So you have to focus on the transition from this, which is very high level, which is very ambiguous, which is very vague, but is still a very genuine thing for which customer is looking for a solution, to this. Okay? And between these two things, whatever happens in our world, we call it technology consulting. So you have now enough ammunition to think for next 30 to 35 minutes. Before we come back to this, can you tell me what are we going to do next 35 minutes? What is the focus of today's event? So let's do some networking, okay? So this is going to be a little chit chat kind of a session. That's why you see this setup here. So we are going to ask two of you to come forward, introduce yourself, and then me and Shobit will ask you a question each, just one question, okay? And you can ask a question back to us. So 4 people, 4 questions, 15 minutes, so that we get to know those 2 people, okay? Who is willing to come forward for this conversation? You willing? Okay, since you have raised your hands, come forward. Bilal. And you are still thinking, right? You're looking at left and right. Come on. Why are you looking left and right? Let's come forward. And for the next one, we are going to pick 2 more. So you'll have 2 choices. Either you voluntarily raise your hand, show your confidence to come forward, or else we are going to pick 2. You guys all set? You have your coffees? Cookies? Let's do this. Please take your seats. So you are familiar of this session now. So we'll have about 12 to 15 minutes. You both will start with introducing yourself. After that, I will ask a question from one of you, and then Shobit will ask a question from another one of you. And then after that, you can ask one question either from Shobit or from me. So that way we'll have 4 questions and 2 introductions. Simple? Okay? Let's start. Okay, so go ahead with your introduction first for our audience today.
Myself Bilal. So I'm working in Syntexa and I am also a Salesforce Marketing Cloud developer. So I like to learn about the marketing in Salesforce, and from my experience in the Salesforce, I learned that Salesforce provide a full stack experience to us, but they oftenly change the names. Also, I like different technology other than Salesforce, like web development also. So sometime I will forget about marketing and just focus on developing, creating website or whatever.
Nice, thank you. Ruhi, gonna go next?
Hello, my name is Ruhi Sharma, and currently I'm working Zordial Technologies from last 1.5 years, and this is the 3rd time I came here, and it's a very positive environment I found here, and various things to learn about, and basically Zareen and 2 of them presented earlier, and they are discussing about the 3 pillars of marketing. So it is I got to know various insights of marketing cloud, and I am also interested in marketing Salesforce because I have taken 4 to 5 months training of marketing in my company. Okay. But I haven't worked on practical scenarios, but I got to attend the training, and also I am very interested in that, and hope so to get some hands-on work with that marketing cloud. And
what do you do at Zordial, by the way?
I'm a Salesforce developer here, and I'm handling projects related to admin flows, Apex and all.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone knows now, Ruhi from Zordial and Bilal from Syntexa. Okay, Bilal works as a marketing developer and Ruhi works as a Salesforce developer. Okay, let me ask my question first to Ruhi. Tell us about your best project that you have done so far and you are most proud of.
Okay, I am done basically working on a project called Optima, and basically we are discussing about different scenarios of flows and automations, and I got to learn various things from that project also, and right now I'm working on 2 projects, Iron Mountain and Optima. Both are related to and financial force also, like PSA cloud and all. I'm working on that project.
Lovely, financial force and PSA.
Yeah.
And that is your best project till date?
PSA objects, yeah. Right now I'm...
Great. Shobit, you want to go next with your question to Bilal?
Yeah. So Bilal, you mentioned that you work on app development. or web development? Web development as well as Salesforce development.
I'm interested in web development. Not
do
get
it? Do you do it
as
as
a
well? Right
as
now?
an interest
Okay.
pursuing as.
So have you worked on it yet or not?
No, I'm working as a not get like official work from any company or doing any project, but for a interest based learn new things.
So you are interested in web development and marketing.
I'm working as a marketing cloud developer, interested in web development. Complex relationship.
Contradictory.
So if you get a chance to do the web development, what kind of digital marketing would you do on it?
What kind of digital marketing? So today generation is AI generation. I would like to do something related to AI, like automate marketing for other businesses, so that they get the different choice for email template. Email template will be automatically select based on their business use case, and also I learn more about AI. I will like to send the campaign based on the AI. What will be the best timing and all, which is already present in Marketing Cloud, but or more on automated level. That will be more exciting.
And anything on the website that you'll be building?
Website development and Marketing Cloud development, I not get any use case now, but basically using the AI, the use case I will think of is using the AI. I can do in some marketing.
Okay, you folks ready with your questions?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead please.
I just want to ask you one question. Like you are asking me that.
Make it easier.
Yeah. That same question. That what is the best project you have worked on?
Best project for me. Okay, I'll try my best, but this is not about application/software consulting. Before I started my journey with Salesforce/application consulting, I was into infrastructure consulting. Okay, and by infrastructure, in context of IT, you can imagine servers, networks, data centers, LAN, lease lines, databases, stuff like that. So, so this incumbent provider was managing their network server globally, which means 150 plus office locations and I think probably 20 plus data centers and whatnot. So I was given the responsibility to transition from into my previous employers within 3 months. Okay, and it was a massive infrastructure and very ambitious engagement there. And I did not even have the team when these conversations were happening. So I had to assemble a team, and then we had to learn a lot of things, and then we have to do it there. And I think it was my first week into the project, I was asked to go to the US in front of the customer team. It was a big conference room with a lot of people, and I did not know much about network then. So when I was on my way to the US, I started studying on airport, started creating presentation inside the flight, and that was probably the most difficult meeting of my life, because there were so many questions and so many expectations from me, and in my heart I knew that I don't know this, but still I showed up. Okay, very difficult couple of days. After that I came back, I increased my effort significantly, figured out, studied a lot of things, assembled a team, and then went about doing that project. And when we did it, I received an email from somebody very senior in my company saying this was the largest network transformation engagement in the history of, which I knew nothing about until it went live. So from those 2 uncomfortable days, like extremely uncomfortable days where you think that like this is not going to work and this will probably your biggest failure until that point, to after going live and coming to know for the first time that this was one of the largest networking transformation engagement, I would put that probably in top of my projects list.
Okay.
But infrastructure consulting, not software consulting. Cool.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
quite motivating. and all.
Nice.
Thank
ready
you.
with your question? Shobit, you better have a story to tell.
So I want to ask not about software related. I want to ask about what is your childhood dream? Are you able to follow it? And
Like in a career perspective or something
so,
else you are asking?
like we all dream about like I will be a cricketer or Bollywood actor or
Okay,
something,
okay.
but
I too had the similar dream of becoming a cricketer, but I could not. Here I am doing functional consulting. Yeah, I had that dream, and one dream that I can recall of, and that I had while I'm not daydreaming, but while sleeping, I had that kind of dream that I'll be in a car which will auto drive itself. I'll just put in a location and it will drive itself to the location, and Tesla was not there at that time. And now we have Tesla, so I think anything you can dream of and it can come true.
Great. And he's traveling to the US next week. So probably next weekend is when it is going to come true. Nice. Well, thank you so much, both of you. Really appreciate you showing the courage and coming over.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing it. Okay, thank you so much. All right. So, did you manage to gather courage to come on stage? Come on, very nice. Thank you so much. And you are attending this for the third time? Second time? Oh, great. Big round of applause for Harshita. Wow, we have another person. Come on. All right, thank you so much, Yogendra. Yeah, I really appreciate your courage. All right, let's be seated. Cool. So before we start, you already know the pattern, right? The structure. So let's start with your introduction, Harshita.
Hello everyone, it's good to be here and meet you all. So my name is Harshita Kumawat and I'm working at Syntexa from past 2.5 years now, and I'm working as Salesforce business analyst. If I talk about my experience, then I have worked on various products of Syntexa and consulting for App Exchange for different clients, and simultaneously I'm working on to the pre-sales and post-sales part as well. So have different clients who have different mindsets and different problems as well. This was all, and it is the second event that I am attending for Jaipur marketers.
Great, lovely to have you, Harshita. Yeah. Thank you so much. You wanna go next with your introduction?
Hi guys, my name is Yogendra Singh Chauhan. I am working in Zordial Technology from past 2 years. It's like
Ruhi, you are listening to this, right?
I have developed many projects in Zordial Technologies, basically mainly on LWC and flows. I have done Apex also, but a little bit, not that much. Before that, I was working as a data scientist and Python developer. After that, I switched in Salesforce and currently working as a Salesforce developer.
So how long did you work before you switched to Salesforce?
1 year.
1 year. So
Yeah.
you worked in a non-Salesforce for 1 year.
Yeah.
And after that you moved to Salesforce, and you have been working in Salesforce
Yeah.
for 2 years.
My brother suggested me. He was currently in UAE. He was a Zoho developer. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So then why not Zoho?
I wanted to go well top, so that's my Salesforce.
Wow. Zoho is pretty right up
Yeah,
there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I don't know if it is a coincidence. We have the second pair, Syntexa and Jordial pair. So it must be a coincidence, right? Nice coincidence. Okay, so before we ask them a question each, is there a question that you would like to ask Harshita and Yogendra?
I want to ask Harshita, like, what is the worst client they handle?
Worst client.
That's not.
Syntexa, right?
Like, I was not aware if he is coming or not. just for everyone information. Okay, so I would like to twist your question. Like, you asked me the worst client I had.
That's what business analysts do.
I will not call it worst one, but to be very honest, the last project that I did was related to the organization which was providing mental health support, like basically appointments and all. And In US, it is a very good business. So what they had is that they were having a team of around 15 to 20 people. For example, today they are coming with a requirement and tomorrow it was absolutely up and down, because whenever they come with any requirement, they do convey, like there was a person who was in contact with us because she was technical and other rest 15 to 20 business member was not at all technical. So when she conveys the same to 15 to 20 business members, then all of they discuss it in a deeper manner, and from where they start and from where they end is absolutely different. So I would not say worst, but managing a client like this was such a great experience, and the client that was in contact with us, she was 26 year of experience. Like having a client who is having experience more than your age is something really different because they teach you on next level.
You get to learn a lot.
Yeah, definitely a lot. So I hope
Did you see how smartly she changed from a worse customer to a great customer? That's what consultants do, right?
Yeah.
Question to Yogendra. Anything that you want to know about him? Ye dono badla lenge. Yeah, go for it, Ruhi.
I want to ask you again that where you can see yourself like after 5 years. You can share with us. We all want to know.
I have not think that much about this, but I think I will be a consultant, Salesforce consultant. I don't know if I will ever switch up technology, but I am looking forward because I have great interest in AI. So I want to develop my basically AI generative. Thank you.
Okay, lovely. Cool. So I am ready with my question, and since you are a BA and Shobit is a functional lead, I'm going to give him an opportunity to ask you this time, and I'm going to ask you, Yogendra.
Yeah, of course.
And my question is very simple, very, very simple. Tell us, according to you, what is the difference between a consultant and a developer? You are a developer today.
Yeah.
You want to become a consultant tomorrow. So help us understand what is your point of view about the difference between the two.
Okay, according to me, like consultant suggested our client what you should use and how should you use, and tell developers to what to develop. And developers does like the basic coding thing and develop the app or whatever they want to clients, like experience site or marketing site, whatever they want.
So do you think that's just a matter of responsibilities or a mindset?
No, there is a mindset, I think, because it's developed on experience. We learn about business. A consultant can learn how business is working and what should client use and how should they use.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think a developer should also learn how customers' business work?
Yeah, of course.
Assuming you have understood or have an idea, let me ask you a simple question. Is an interior designer a consultant or a developer?
Interior designer, consultant.
Okay. Is a contractor who build your house is a consultant or developer? Developer. You already know then. They already know. Great, thank you so much. All right, Shobit, your turn.
So my question for you, since you are working as a BA or a functional consultant, what are the 3 things a functional consultant should not do?
should not
Mic is all yours. Take your sweet time.
Like I was thinking about what they should do, and then he just twisted it around and everything just vanished in my mind.
You did the same to that question, you remember? And you did both same because you are business analyst and consultant.
He has played very well. I think so. What happens usually is that when we get any requirement from client, we like business analysts are also a kind of consultant. This is what I feel. Not the technical ones, but non-technical ones. So we try to suggest them like if there is something that they want to get implemented. So we do suggest similar solutions from our past experiences. But in my last few projects, I have understood that when we do try to give suggestions, sometimes we mold the direction. Okay, so at that time we should always think thoroughly and then should give suggestion, because client is not that much technical and they do also get confused, and later on it cause some issues with us, because it's us who is investing time in implementation. Client have nothing to do anything with that. So what they will do, they will just give their requirement again, and it will be a waste of time for both of us. So it is the one. I'm left with two.
Take a deep breath.
I'm just thinking about other two as well.
And if any of you knows and you would like to share, please feel free. You wanna go?
I'm not a consultant or a business analyst background, but I would personally feel one should, while working in such an ecosystem, should not have any prejudice. When I say prejudice, that restrict your thought process while attending or understanding the problem statement. So whenever a customer or client come to you, I'm sure most of the cases they have a problem statement. And when you approach that problem statement with a prejudice, you restrict yourself how to attain or address that problem statement. So we should always think long term, what's the immediate problem statement is, what should be the short term solution of that, and what should be the impact of that short term solution in a long term scenario also. And more importantly, if possible, if the circumstances provide a scenario to consult, then provide that long term view also. Maybe most of the cases, whenever we are working in certain scenarios, either we are working in a fixed bid or a time and material model, we construct ourselves in a sense or limit ourselves, like whatever we are proposing should attain to or should relate to a certain budgetary. But while consulting, we should make sure the person understand that we can do anything and everything, but with the current timeline and budget, what we can do on a short term basis and what we can do on a long term.
So keep the prejudice aside. So that's your second one, good one. We have one more to go. You ready?
No, I'm still thinking.
You can ask Shobit.
Yeah, if there is any from your end.
One of the major thing that I think BA should not do is they should not speak more. Instead, they should listen more when they are with the customer, so that they can get that knowledge or get that understanding what client wants, what client actually wants. So the question should be probing questions, but after that they should listen more instead of speaking more and jumping right back to the solution. So solutioning should be back of their mind, but while talking to the customer, they should listen.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Your turn.
You might have worked with a lot of clients. So what is the best thing that you have learned from your client? Because clients do also teach us a lot.
The best thing that I have learned from not an individual as a client, but on the projects is that they change. So you need to keep your calm. You just do not need to rush into that, oh, this was discussed, this was not discussed, this is part of the scope, this is not part of the scope. You said this earlier and now you're saying this. You need to keep your calm. Just listen up. Go back, discuss with the team, and then come back with a solution. It can either be the same thing that you have proposed earlier with a different flavor, or if the time and scope permit, you can change it. But be calm at that moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy one.
So you were infrastructure, right?
Infrastructure consulting, yes.
So I want to ask how you switched or when, why?
That's a long story, but I'll try to keep it short.
Yeah. Okay.
When I was in Accenture, until that point I was into infrastructure consulting.
Yeah.
I was running too fast, too soon in my life. In the sense that I was working super duper hard. I was growing at a very rapid pace. So much so that I think somewhere I was not enjoying life enough. And don't misquote me with work-life balance. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that it was mostly work, and the enjoyment part was less with family, friends, and stuff. So I thought that, I could get to this level and growth and everything else whenever I want, but probably that time I'm not gonna get back. So that is when I decided to move back to Jaipur. I was in Bangalore back then, and it so happened that in Jaipur there were hardly any companies, or even if there were some companies, they were not ready for talent from outside at such a senior level. And there was no infrastructure consulting in Jaipur in any company. So if I wanted to come back home, there wouldn't be any infrastructure consulting. So I had to leave it. Then I have to focus on what is available, not what I want versus what is available. So when I reached out, and Abhishek, who is from my college, he was in Apperio. I bumped into him, and then I learned that there is a company named Apperio, and they do some Salesforce work. I did not even know back then. But again, they did not have a senior position. But thankfully at that time a position came up. So then I had to tell myself it's okay to take a lesser position by typical metrics that you measure a position. So I left infrastructure consulting, I left position, I just went for it. Abhishek helped me prepare for it, and I just studied a little bit and passed the interview thankfully. And that is when 2017 December or 2018 earlier is for the first time I literally logged into the Salesforce. Before that I had no idea.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up here. All right then, thank you so much both of you. Really appreciate your courage and the insights that you have shared with us. And hopefully now you know about 2 more Jaipur marketeers from your own ecosystem. So thank you so much. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much everybody for taking your time out and spending with us, and we hope that you had something to take away from today's session.